After years of grinding, I finally broke 100. And there's one tool that made the difference. Here's how. Hello and welcome to the channel, and welcome to another episode in the HackMotion series. If you've not checked out the rest of the videos, go check them out in a link up here. But as you've seen from the title and the thumbnail and the beginning of this intro, I finally broke 100, and I genuinely believe the HackMotion sensor helped me achieve that. I've been using this sensor more and more lately. I've taken it to the driving range as well. I've been using it out here in my sim, just trying to work on those wrist angles at impact. So through the backswing, the top of my swing, down through into impact. And when I've really focused on it and I start to improve the stats on the app, which I'm going to show you in a moment, it actually started to give me much better contact, much better strikes. When I hit it well, if I were to hit out of the toe or heel, it's clearly not going to be the best shot. But when I do, I'm getting that compression of the ball, and that ball flight and distance has significantly improved. So today in this video, I'm going to do something quite special. I'm actually going to bring up both the HackMotion app, I'll bring that up on the screen now, and also the Garmin Golf app. I've managed to, I thought they'd conflict, connect the Garmin R10 with the Garmin Golf app and HackMotion, so they're both working. So we're going to do some guided practice first, get a bit of a warm up into it just to see where I am with the app and see what I still need to improve on. So we've got the guided practice. It wants me to start a new practice, so I'm just going to go ahead and click that. And you can see from my previous sessions or previous practice overview, we've got that casting at 52%. That was the best I could get it down to, in all honesty. But what happens is I found with this app, when you start doing that, it might then start to fall in other categories. So you can see we've got the impact slightly extended, a bit of flipping at impact as well. So it's just sort of flipping the club down at impact, and a bit of pulling the handle. That's the first time I've seen that one in my last practice session. But yes, everything else, I mean, we could scroll just down through, backswing and address, absolutely fine. With my address, I will say one thing with the HackMotion tool, and what they advise on our website as well, and we'll come into it, is that address, try to maintain a flexion of around 20, 20. It says 20 to 30, but 20 is ideal. And you'll see, depending on how strong your grip is, mine's quite strong. I sort of try to expose at least 3 knuckles just to avoid slicing it. But you'll notice if you are a strong gripper, if you lean that club shaft a little bit more, so almost compress it at position, you're immediately going to lose some of that extension in your wrist. So you'll get that figured down. And I found last time I did this at the driving range, if you do that and then maintain that in the backswing and almost add flexion as you're coming down, it was giving some great results. So I'm going to try that again today. So we'll click new practice. It's going to give me 5 shots. I'll do the calibration now. For those of you, I'm going to do this with you again. It is early on in the series on how to calibrate this device. You've got to do it on each time, and it's really important that you get this right to make sure that it gives you the right data. So we can see I've got that level. I'm going to go click start calibration. It gives you a bit of a video if you want to watch it on how to do it. We'll click continue. And it's asking me, is that in position? Try and get that as level as possible. Yes. Move it to that 45-degree angle and start practice. So you can see there, it immediately recognized me moving it into that 45-degree angle, which is good. Before in the app, you'd have to click this there, but it knows. So improvements there. But also, it's given you the option to choose your club as part of your practice. So it's really focusing in on what you're using, which I think is great because I'm assuming that's going to give it more accuracy. So saying iron hybrids, I'm going to say yes, I'm going to go with an iron, and you can choose your club. And for this, I'm just going to go with a 8 iron. Of course, you could use driver, wedge, it's all there, and then click done. Okay, so we've got the app up. You can see that flexion and extension. So for those of you not familiar with this, if you've not checked out the rest of the series, that flexion, as you can see now, we're going into that minus 35. That's you bowing your wrist. Really, I mean, I'm never going to get it into like pro level. The pros, they literally flex this at impact. I mean, you see someone like Dustin Johnson. Yeah, trying to figure his name. And at the back of his top of his backswing, he really does that quite excessively. But it's each to their own. But I think there's like a sweet spot. But the beauty of this app is, it will find that for you. So when you first get this and you get this device, it will give you a diagnostic session, which I've done a long time ago. And it focuses on you and how you currently and naturally swing. So how you're at address, your backswing, your downswing, everything. And it'll work with you. Okay, so we got that in place. I'm going to take these 5 shots. I'm also going to somehow on this same screen bring up the Garmin Golf app just to see some shot distances, if you would, or shapes. I'm just going to change it to 8 iron for the practice, and let's hit a few shots. Once again, I've come out here with absolutely no warm up, so I'm a little bit stiff. So this might not be the best way to start. Okay, so this is the point actually I just want to show you real quick, the address position. So we can see address. I'm going to go down to the ball. And right there, as standard, I'm at plus 16. Okay. One thing you want to try and do is actually work on that, on consistency. So one thing about golf is one thing I know about golf. I think we all do, is that consistency of setup, ball position, and everything. So plus 16. Let's see if I can get in that position again. And this all depends on your grip, ball position. So without looking, so I've gone up to 21 now. So that's probably because I've strengthened my grip on the club. Let's try that again. I feel like that's going to be in the 20s. Yeah, but that's fine. That's where I want to be. But if you do a bit of shaft lean, so you can see, if I go straight on, there, 20. Bit of shaft lean towards your forward leg. You can see that's now dropping that extension. And that's where you want to be, because you think at impact, you're going to be less, you're going to be flexed, probably not as much as that, obviously. So it kind of helps. I found that helps, is getting it in that range, not too much flexion at address, really helps. Right, let's go on and hit these balls. Let's see what it's telling me. First one, extended at impact. Address was at plus 17. I must have shifted it a little bit. And we see the Garmin, I thinned that one quite a bit, so I mean, that felt fantastic. Great strike on a Garmin, 135 carry, but we're still extended at impact. Top of the swing and everything else I'm really happy with. It's just that impact. Let's try and get it in the green. Another great strike. I've absolutely piped that on the Garmin. That felt fantastic. But still, impact. Come on. That was a great strike though. I've hit that heavy, so it's not going to go huge distance. Kind of has. I've brought down the impact. No, I haven't. Plus 20. That might be because I've hit behind the ball a little bit. Just registered the strike a little bit early. Quite extended address there. Don't like that. Thinned it. Not going to look good on the Garmin. And it wasn't good on HackMotion. Let's check out the overview. Alright, so we just click on overview is ready. It's, yeah, completely changed. So we've not got as many issues, but we've really got a problem with being extended at impact. So that 80% of them were there. And it's now suggesting, actually, I thought we were going to be in the casting range, is the motorcycle drill. This one is all about, and I did do a short, I think I did a little video. It might not be in the series, it might be, I don't know. But we're going to do it today. But this is about getting that wrist, either wrist really, both of these in that position. So it's like revving of the motorbike, I think is what they're trying to go with. I mean, it actually applies more to your trail wrist. So for a right-handed golfer, your right-hand wrist, because you're doing that. And I actually find when I'm trying to focus on this, focusing on that wrist more just drives this one. It's naturally going to do it, isn't it? Because of your grip. You might find it easier if you have this device or you get this device to just focus on this one. But I find, because I can feel that quite strong, so maintaining that feeling. But let's have a go at this drill. I did it 10 days ago, but we'll give it another go. So it can give you an intro to it, but we'll just try again. I'm going to get my 8 iron. You don't need to hit balls with this, or at least I don't think you need to, but I'm just going to give it a go. So stand at still address. Go to the backswing. So you can hear that sound. And then follow through. So it's that feeling of really sort of holding off. I prefer to feel it in this wrist. But let's go again. I've really ingrained that feeling now. Yeah, and it'll go through. I'm actually going to try and hit a ball like this. I mean, it might not be the best strike. I won't worry about the distance on the Garmin. I'm still hitting an 8 iron, but this could go absolutely anywhere because I'm not trying to do a full swing. Yeah, it's just popped out. I haven't even registered it on the Garmin because the swing is too slow. One more. Well, we'll get a couple more in. The feeling I'm getting, not only in the wrist, is on the follow through. I feel like I'm really almost holding off on that swing, really sort of holding that wrist off. And I think you're meant to. We tend to, it's not going to be actually like that in real life on a full swing, but you are meant to extend this arm, alleviate that like chicken wing, I think they call it in your follow through. So let's go with that again. I'll do a front on view if I can. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of that. I said goal reached. I'm just going to do one more. It's good. Okay. All right, so return to guided practice. So now it's just going to let me continue from my 5th shot on some new shots to see if I can improve that problem of that impact, which was what, 80% I think, too extended at impact, and just reduce it. That's what I do in these training sessions. I'm trying to reduce the problem. It's almost, I've never had HackMotion say to me once, like, you're perfect. Really critical app. It will, to get that perfection, I don't know what it would even take, to be honest. But let's go again. 8 iron. We're going to hit like another 5 so we can get a decent overview. Really focus on holding that off. I'm going to exaggerate it. I mean, that felt amazing. I'm extremely happy with what HackMotion has said to me, and even more with the Garmin Golf app. And I need to prove to you, as unedited, if I'm not going to cut that, if you can see that, this is, I'm hitting 8 iron, 155 yards. Carry straight down the middle as well. That's such a good hit, and that felt like that as well. I'm really enjoying the combo of Garmin Golf and HackMotion. But you see, okay, so address, all right, I was only at +10 on my address. That's not as much as I normally am. Gone up to the top, borderline flat at the top, but I have reduced that massively. So only +2 impact. That's literally, that is there. So from what is normally a strong grip, 22, fantastic. All right, let's go again. Let's try and repeat that. No, I've increased that bit of a hook as well on it. Probably swing path was way out. Still not too bad though on the HackMotion. Let's go again. Let's give it more data to play with. Still a bit too much, +6. I mean, I'm loving the Garmin right now. That was a great strike. 8 iron's just like an absolute tool lately. And I'm just going to show you real quick, if you can even see this. The club, see the strikes? They're literally central. Fantastic ball striking. It's not too bad. Getting in the ambers now. It's not so much reds. Great distance on Garmin as well. To put it out to the right a little bit. Right, one more shot, so that gives us another 5 to analyse. God, that was pure. My ball striking's just on fire today. I think I need to go to the course now. I might just pack up, go. Anyway, let's have a look. So that one wasn't too bad, just +2 impact. I don't know if it's +2 or +8. I think it's +2, but it's a +8. I'm 2 over where I need to be. It's not a lot, is it? To be honest, that's a real improvement. Garmin app, coming up there, or wherever it is on the screen, I'd squeeze it in. 149 yards carry with an 8 iron. And look how straight that is as well. That felt, those shots were great, really good. Right, let's go to the overview. Let's see what's changed. 90%. And then it's just going back to the motorcycle drill. I feel like I improved that though. Maybe it's just taking the overall session, and maybe I need to just start a fresh session. But there was an improvement there, just based on that motorcycle drill and trying to incorporate those feelings. So very quickly, I just want to talk about what changed for me, or what has changed for me in my swing, and how HackMotion has made me do that. It is, like I said, it's that feeling of real flexing of this wrist, not even this wrist, because that, like I said, it encourages this one. I can't seem to, I tried for a while to sort of focus on making this lead wrist sort of flex to impact, but it felt easier to do it with this one. And one thing I said, I don't know if I've already said it, but I'm going to say it again. When I go in my backswing, I have that 20 plus 20 or whatever it may be at address. Let's get into that now. I think I've actually got less now. Yeah, 16 thereabouts. That's actually better. I try and maintain that as much as I can throughout it. I'm probably dumping it out. I'm probably losing that extension. That's fine. A gradual loss of it through the backswing. But it's here at the top swing, which I've actually shortened significantly. I'm always getting to that point now in my backswing, if you can see that. And then flexing there, revving that down. That's what I'm trying to do, that feeling of going bang and then coming through, because it gives me no choice but to sort of lean the shaft forward just to be able to hit the ball and hit it well. And some of those shots, well, there is the proofs with the Garmin Golf app. So as I said at the beginning of this video, I just popped this up on the screen for us now. I broke 100 recently. Massive, massive achievement for me. I've been trying to do this at this particular course for a forever. For as long as I've been playing golf. It's been something I've never been able to do. Yes, it was only by 99. And you can see a couple of blow up holes which really annoy me when I look at this card. I can't remember which holes they are off the top of my head. I think it's on the back 9. Front 9 was fantastic, and I've been doing I was doing a break 50 series, and I actually did it on this round as well, which was superb. But yeah, while I was out on that day, I just recall what I was doing, and it was these feelings, these exact same feelings that I've been trying to install with this thing. That flexion, that pressure, also things like just trying to stay central over the ball, weight on this foot as well, which is going to aid with that compression as well. So it's sort of centralized, and I don't like having too many swing faults when you're trying to play golf, because it just, for me, that's just going to kill my game. It's almost like you melt down when you're over the ball. So simple for me, using this HackMotion sensor, working on that compression in that backswing, getting those wrist angles right and holding that through, and also following through more. This will make you do that more, and by doing that, you're just going to have a much better swing, much better strike, more distance. The Garmin, seen that today. It still surprises me seeing those kind of figures. I can do it quite well here. Sometimes I struggle to translate this out into golf, onto the golf course. But yeah, that's my scorecard. I was so chuffed with that, and I contribute a significant part of that, if not most of it, to my practice with this device. So some key takeaways for you then on this HackMotion sensor and the series as a whole. Who is it for? I'm going to say everyone. You've seen a lot of PGA professionals, said it right at the beginning of the series, lots of pros advertising this thing, using this thing, making it look real easy to get in the greens because they naturally do probably anyway, or do really well with their practicing. But I'm going to say high handicap golfers, mid to high handicap, definitely. People that just understand the game of golf, understand the fundamentals of it, your grip, your stance, stuff like that, and just want to improve. That is who this is focused at. Like me, it's been really good, as I've said before, through my golf game. And as I've shown you, the app is really easy to navigate. It's super easy. You can really go back to the main menu. So we can end that practice, end practice. That logged out practice today, so we've got that there and there. Yes, I've still got that extended impact, which I'm going to keep working on until I get some really good digits on there. But the navigation of the app is so simple for anyone really. So you can start that new practice, or we could go back. So you've got guided practice, or you can do custom. So you could just start a new practice, set your own benchmarks really. So I've actually saved some benchmarks on here. When I've hit a really good shot, I'm like, there's a little bookmark button, you could just save it, nice and easy, and that could be a benchmark. I think also they have benchmarks of like pros that you could go against or look at where their swing or what positions they're in their swing through flexion and extension, and try, although it'd be very, very difficult to match those. And then obviously you've got the drills. So it's as simple as that. You've got all the drills there. There's a new beta, I've just noticed this come out today because this updated the app again today, with the staple wrist takeaway drill. We've got the Faldo drill, which is a real good one. I might do a separate video on that. I have actually tried that one. That's really cool. And then also the inside takeaway drill. So if you are, I'll just click on that. If you are someone that tends to do that a lot with your club, I don't personally. I've got quite a nice backswing, I think, in most cases. So I don't tend to bring it inside. If I did, it would tell you as part of your guided practice. It would recognize it and then suggest those drills. As always, I hope you enjoyed that video. Hit that like button and that subscribe button if you've not already done so, and also hit that hype button as well on the comments to give it a bit of a hype. But get down in the comments below and tell me if you've got the HackMotion, how you've got on with it, your wrist struggles. I would like to know everyone's problems in their swing, if it's similar to me, and what if you are similar to what I've got, what have you done and how have you improved those aspects. Also, there's a link in the description, as always, to where you can get the HackMotion. And at the moment, they're offering a 20% discount throughout the month of November. So go check it out. I'll see you on the next one.